And where's my favorite goat, Little Billy? Is he under this saucer-shaped object? I think a UFO just squished my goat! Is that a 10-foot tall green alien emerging from the debris?
Greetings. Little Earthling. I'm not here to probe you and insert a chip into your brain. I'm not about that.
Good.
You should watch out for those goobies from Planet Goob, though. They love that stuff. Probes in uncomfortable places, if you know what I mean. I apologize for crashing onto your pasture. Why aren't you in school?
I cannot go to school because I must watch my family's animals. And now that you've killed one of them, my mother's going to be so furious. So thank you for that. These animals are all we have to support my 5 sisters and 3 brothers since my father was killed in the Civil War. You must pay for this.
I have none of your Earth money. However, I can give you the benefit of my otherworldly knowledge and immense intellect. I am from the Intergalactic Federation of Planetary Well-Being, in which I am employed as a demographer. I was on my way to the planet Zoink Zoink number 2, and I ran out of fuel. Where am I?
You are in the country of Chad.
Well, tickle me pink. I have done research on your country, and I am afraid to say that it is not in the best place right now. In exchange for water, the fuel to my ship, I will provide insight into the demographic challenges of your country so that your family may one day live a better life.
We don't have access to much water here, but I will get you what I can.
Thank you. I know that the water situation here is dire. My sensors indicate that only half of the population here has access to potable water. To put it to you straight, my Chadian friend, your country must focus on several key issues to prevent a demographic disaster here in Chad.
Oh my. What is your analysis of Chad?
Chad, like every country in your world, must address the challenges presented by population and economic change, and the sooner, the better.
I would like to hear what an otherworldly expert like you would have to say about this.
Well, at the Intergalactic Federation of Planetary Well-Being, we demographers adhere to the Demographic Transition Model, or the DTM, to classify and assess the demographic trends of a given planet/country on a scale of 1 to 5. In order to place a country on this model, we need to look at a few metrics.
What do these metrics look like for Chad?
Typical of developing countries, Chad has a high birth rate. Chadians replicate at a rate of 46 new organisms per 1,000. Unfortunately, almost 1 out of every 10 young organisms, what you Earthlings call infants, die before their first birthday. The death rate is also high. 14 organisms expire per every 1,000 annually.
This is very sad. Many children and old people die here because we are a poor country and there are few doctors. Because of this, my people have large families to survive and to have enough hands to help on the farms.
Despite the high death rate, your population continues to rise at an increasing rate. In addition, the population of Chad is getting younger, with an average age of 17. The dependency ratio in Chad is extremely high, which means that women must care for children instead of entering the workforce. In addition, many young Earthlings such as yourself cannot attend school. An educated population can generate a greater wealth and a higher standard of living. The greater situation contributes to poverty. The current situation contributes to poverty, as your country is the 3rd poorest on your planet, with 47% of people below the poverty line.
Does that mean we will remain a poor country in the future?
Not necessarily. By quick check of my algorithms, the aforementioned data would place Chad in stage 2 of the DTM, which is typical of an LDC, or least developed country.
Gee, stage 2 doesn't sound that great. Does that mean that Chad will never progress socioeconomically?
Little Earthling boy, do not worry. In my brief stay here, I have been able to formulate a plan that will improve the living conditions of those in your country. Every developing country has the potential to move into stage 3 or 4, like the United States or Western Europe.
I would be grateful for this knowledge so that I can help my country improve its standards of living. What is the first step of your plan?
The first priority is to improve the healthcare system in your country. By doing so, you decrease the infant mortality rate and the overall death rate. This will eventually decrease the birth rate, as more children will survive and the need for large families will decrease.
Having access to doctors will certainly make a big difference. I may want to be a doctor myself one day.
Affirmative. This brings me to my second priority: increased educational opportunities for women and children such as yourself. Chad must make this vital investment in its future if it is to advance economically to the next DTM stage.
Being able to go to school would mean that I wouldn't have to tend goats my whole life. Not that I have anything against goats, though. Your plans are great, but how will we pay for them? We have little money.
Again, an excellent question, which brings me to my final recommendation. Chad must bring in outside funding from wealthier countries such as China or the United States. In addition, your country must obtain the expertise and knowledge from abroad to train the people of Chad to realize their full potential.
That sounds easier said than done. How do we convince our government to do what is necessary? Our leaders are corrupt.
I have seen this on other planets. We have methods to deal with people who will not accept what must be done. Take me to your leader.
Fantastic! Before we go, what can you do about my goat, Billy?
Not a problem.
Billy? Is that you?